And we continue now on Central Valley Talk. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Mike Scott, joined by Tony Lara from Love Our Nation's Vets, which is soon to be.
Correct.
Soon to be. You're waiting for some paperwork to come through, but You're going to be a nonprofit helping veterans in our community.
Yes, correct. That's right.
What do you hope to help them with?
Love Our Nation's Vets started shortly after the suicide of one of my friends. I was in the Navy. He was as well. 2 months after he got out, he unfortunately committed suicide. One of the questions that I've had ever since then is it's wondered why he committed suicide, leaving a mother and a sister behind. Never really I didn't know how to deal with it. So I did my time in the Navy, separated, and then shortly after my return here in California, I started noticing that there's suicide rates kept going up like crazy. And some of the statistics released by the VA state that 22 veterans a day commit suicide.
22 a day?
Yes.
Nationwide?
Nationwide.
That's unbelievable.
Yes, correct. So one of my things is we want to understand why veterans go to that extreme to commit suicide. And we want to know what channels did they go through or what channels they didn't go through. And we want to understand why the veteran does that and such. So that's our main focus, to prevent suicide and to raise suicide awareness amongst our veterans.
The friend that you mentioned who took his own life, did you have any idea that he was headed that way, or was it a complete surprise to you?
Yes, it was a surprise to all of us because he wasn't only my friend; he was all of our friends.
Right. But looking back, were there signs you could have seen?
No, absolutely not. He was older than me. He was from he was from Philadelphia. And so he was pretty active. He had a bunch of friends. We did we went out, we socialized, but he never showed any signs of depression or he did drink like all of us. I mean, we're sailors. That's what we do. We drink, but never no signs of depression or any signs of suicide. So when we were on deployment when. Prior to him committing suicide, he left 2 months before we came home. Like, he was on the ship, and then he got flown off 2 months prior our return.
Okay.
Shortly after we returned back, I didn't get a chance to see him because I went on leave and whatnot. But when I came back from leave, that's when he had committed suicide. So, yeah, nobody knew. Nobody knows exactly why. Not even his parents or his mother and his sister.
So how do you see your organization, Love Our Nation's Vets, stepping in that situation or a similar situation?
Right.
What would you do?
Okay, well, we do understand that there are other organizations out there doing their part. We just want to help and contribute and do our part. We want to start organizing events as far as getting local veterans together in this community together, and sponsor bike rides, camping trips, even art sessions. We want to find alternative ways to deal with PTSD and depression and bipolar. We feel that if we get to the veteran before it gets out of hand, many after they get out, they get in trouble with the law. They find help in substances. So we want to get those veterans before they get to that extreme, because we want to let them know that they are not alone. There are many of us here, just in our communities. So we want to get to those veterans, and we want to lead them to success. We want them to take advantage of the GI Bill. We want to educate them on what schools will benefit them the best through their BH. Different schools offer different BH. We want to set them up with the best school, with the best programs, and we want to mentor them on how to come up with a resume, how to start your own business, giving them creating a simple step process, something that we use with our other organization, SCORE. It's a 5-week course on how to start your own business. It's called Simple Steps. So we want to kind of integrate that with our nonprofit as well, and guide the veteran to success.
Okay. You mentioned that there are lots of organizations out there that work with vets. So will you work with those other organizations, or will you supplement what they're doing? Or?
No, of course we're going to work with them. Through different stand-downs that we've been through, we've met different partners. We've met gentlemen from the Veterans of Foreign Wars. We've met with people from American Legion, Post 509. We've met with the EDD people. So we're ready to start working together as a team and not as separate organizations, but to tackle this issue of suicide and homelessness and other issues. We want to partner together. So we're meeting up actually later on this month to brainstorm on ideas as far as what can we do together as veteran nonprofit groups, and how can we assist in our community.
Okay. So since you don't have the government approval yet.
Not yet.
Do you already have a website set up, or?
Currently, yeah, we do. We have our Facebook website. We are out in Instagram, Google Plus, Twitter. We are working on our actual website.
Just it's all under Love Our Nation's Vets?
Yes, correct. You'll find us under Love Our Nation's Vets. You can Google it, and we'll be the first one to come up. But like I said, just Love Our Nation's Vets. That's how you'll find us.
Okay. Anything else you want folks to know before we go?
Just look us up. Instagram, Love Our Nation's Vets. Twitter, Love Our Nation's V. And like our Facebook page. And through our Facebook page, here in the community, you're going to find out different events that are taking place, from job fairs to dental fairs and such. So just find our page, and you'll be up to date with the most current information regarding veterans.
Awesome. Tony Lara, Love Our Nation's Vets.
Roger. Thank you.
Right here on Central Valley Talk.